Welcome to raigurkul.com. In this video, we'll discuss about how to customize our Jira Insight board. So whenever we are working on any specific Jira projects where we want to get insight about our projects like Sprint Insight, which is in beta version, sprint progress, then sprint burn down, epic progress, as well as even adding feedback. So how we can customize it. So there are two ways. So either we can directly go from here and this will navigate us to inside customization board. Otherwise, we can also select this from board settings. From the board setting, once we'll click on board setting, probably it will navigate us to customization board. So we'll see here how we can customize and make our project effective to look or showcase the insight about our complete projects. So let's begin with this. Now, for doing the customizations, you will get multiple options. Either you want to see the sprint progress report. So if you will enable it, then only you will be able to see it. If you will disable it, this will be not available for you. So whenever you will disable, just navigate in the sections where you will not find it out sprint thing. And here, once I'll navigate back to the sprint progress report is disabled. So that's how you can see or make it enable or disable our sprint progress report. Now, again, once we'll navigate back to the sections, we will enable it and it will be back for sprint progress report. You will see the sprint progress report is available here. Adding estimations on track and progress, you will have all those information in place. Now, next part is sprint burn down. So if you don't want to see or don't want this to be enabled, so probably you can disable it. And once you disable, you won't be able to see burn down chart is listed here. So this is how we can enable and disable the insight board. Even same thing, you can do it for the epic progress, but by default, these three options are enabled. Now, coming down to the backlog sections, in backlog, we have sprint commitment as well as issue type breakdown. So sprint commitment, it means allocated effort based on historical average. So you can plan sprint more effectively. So let's say you're working on any complex project and you want to see how effectively your team is delivering the estimated value. So in that case, probably this is the best options where you can enable and disable. Just toggling on one button, which will help you to enable or disable this feature. So whatever commitment they have achieved in previous project, probably this will help you to make a further estimations effectively. So generally, if let's consider the team has worked on Amazon related product or projects which was very complex and now you are targeting to finish similar type of projects, then this will help you a broadcast mind where you can minimize your legacy of losing your effort. That's the reason this is very more efficient way where you can estimate approximately same value. This will also help us to see future mindset as well, where you can have the complete insight about the projects. Now, issue type breakdown. When we are talking about issue type breakdown, where we can see what type of work getting the most attentions you can see on top of the quality, which is very much required in terms of quality management. So again, if you have proper issues which is already logged with a priority of high priority, in that case you want to see issue type breakdown where you will have the complete detail about the issues which will showcase the quality of code the team as producing. So in the backlog sections, if you navigate it, you can have issue type breakdown, the top issue type to focus in the sprint story. You can also add some other features like issue or defect. So let me add here, rather than a story, what I will do here, I will add epic. So this is epic, test epic. Now that's done. Now, once I'll refresh this, you will have this story rather than you talk issue type to focus on the sprint is story, but not, this is not the right case where we have just not moved any of the options into this sprint. So let me add some issues here because my sprint is already running. That's why we are unable to see this. Let me stop my sprint. So I'm keeping my starting of the sprint is on the first, and this will, it means my sprint has been not started. Now, if I want to create an issue which is having type defect 1, then defect 2, again I wanted to add some of the task 1, task 2. What I will do, I will just move these all defects and tasks into the sprint. Then now you can see issue type breakdown is updated. So here you will find out the count as well as percentage. So this will showcase story, bug, and task. So this is how our issue type breakdown will be updated whenever we are completing this task. Now, to perform the estimations, let's add some of the estimate story points here. So when we are adding story points, let me add here 4. Let me add randomly adding the value. So please don't mind because I want to showcase within our insight. Here, task 4, then story point 8. Let's add it. Story point 3. Now, once I will go back to the insight board, you will have this sprint commitment. So as of now, we have estimated for 20 points. Now, on an average, the points from completed sprints are added up to find our average. Because in this projects, we don't have completed sprint. That's the reason we are not getting the on an average value. But once you will have, you will find out this value will be populated. So this is how we can add or see the commitment of any particular sprints. But if we want to just change from sprint 1 to 2 or maybe 2 to 3 or further on. So this is how we can showcase about sprint commitment, issue type breakdown, and which will be visible on the insight board within a backlog. Coming down to the active sprint, in the active sprint board, you'll have the sprint progress is updated where you can see done is 0%, in progress which is in 25%, and not started is this much value. And whenever I will move few of the fields to in progress to done, you will have this board is updated. You just have to refresh it. Now you can see very interactive inside board is available. This is very much important for looking out about the project's progress as well as status of your team work. So this is how we can see the insight into backlog and active sprint board. And whenever we want to update it, this board, we can have the board as well as backlog setting. Board, it means our active sprint, wherever our team is working. This is not having matter of Kanban and Scrum board. Wherever you want, that's why it is calling out as a board. So based on your board progress, you will be able to see this record has been generated. So in the backlog sections, you have just two customizations, and in the board sections, you have three customizations. That's all from this video, how we can customize Jira Insight board. So now let's recap. We have started with this introduction of Insight, wow, how and where we can use it, then how we can customize it. So in the customization point of view, in board settings, we have sprint progress, sprint burn down, as well as epic progress. And in the backlog sections, we will have sprint commitment as well as issue type breakdown. We have seen with the practically example in this video. So hope you enjoyed the content. If you think so, this will be useful. Don't forget to share within your circle. Thank you for watching.